when the children were 5 and 8 respectively. I remember that. My dad did most assignments. And when my mum returned back to school later, she hired a company to do her assignments. Yeah.
Imagine that's really illegal.
Yeah.
Well, sorta, yeah.
He disagrees with paragraph 44 and said that his tax records and bank statements can attest to his income more than covered not only the car payments but also rent, utilities, children's expenses, living expenses, and his and my mum's drug habit. Debts incurred were all incurred during his time with mum. All the previous debts were paid out with his payout from Sarah Lee when he resigned. Because my dad used to work in advertising and stuff like that. Caroline's immaturity with money would often cost them considerably, including maxing out my dad's $10,000 credit card, which is what her dad's loan covered off. As for his termination from state transport, he was employed full-time within 2 weeks, and once again, as his tax and bank records can attest, he was earning a considerable income. That was the only time my dad ever got fired from a job, not because he was bad at it, but because the company didn't need free managers, and they pretty much fired him then. Yeah, I remember that company. I remember the building. He disagrees with paragraph 45 and say that the car was purchased in my dad's name. Oh, this was Ruby, a Kia family carnival, but every family has had at one stage. And that got destroyed after my mum dropped myself and my sister off at a camp in an accident. Because anyone employed full time when he purchased the car, and enough to obtain a loan. The Mazda purchased from his father was run into the ground by both Caroline and my dad, as my mum then did with the brand new Kia. So, here's the thing. Both my parents are shit drivers. The only difference is, my dad can drive shit well, as in, he knows when to speed, he knows when to, quotation marks, safely merge into lanes, but he hasn't really crashed a car as badly as my mother has. My mother has been through quite a few cars. He disagrees with the contents of paragraph 48 and said that during the period between late 2000, when they were separated, and early 2000, when my dad left home, he continued to pay the majority of all living expenses and other related costs, as well as car payments and running costs. Yeah, that's true. And people confirmed the bank statements for the time. Caroline was claiming sole parent payments. Hang on. My mum was claiming sole parent payments based on him having 25% contact time with me and no contact time with my sister. What the fuck? This assumed that he was not living with them, which of course was not true. Oh yeah, my mother has a long history of tax fraud. One phone call to the tax office could see my mum in jail for a bit. But then again, that could lead to my dad being in jail, so who knows. This can be confirmed with his bank statements for the time, blah blah. This assumed that he was not living with them, blah blah blah, which is not true. There was never an agreement regarding the car, that only he would make all the car payments and associated costs, as well as cover utilities, while my mum would cover the rent to her father and purchase the food for the house. Unfortunately, any rent that was paid by my dad, and he found me himself having to buy food to feed the kids. When he left the house, he offered Caroline the car to cover the child support payments, which he calculated based half of the car value of $10,000. The car was actually valued close to $13,000 based on the write-off value at July 2008 was $11,750, equivalent to $5,000 worth of child support at $150 per week, as he was having the children 3 nights per week. So that would cover him 7 months. He believed that they had made the agreement, however in July 2007, he received a notification of an outstanding debt, and based on the criteria already noted, i.e. 25% and no contact time, for him ongoing commitment was $380 per week. It was at this time that my mum reduced his contact time with the children, and he did try to transfer the car into my mum's name, but she would have had to pay stamp duty and did not want to do that. Yeah, so my mum did reduce the contact time, not because my dad was dangerous or anything, but because to get that sweet child support pay.
Wild.
Yeah. He disagrees with paragraph 29 and say that my mother's father, Max Eldridge, will attest to her never paying any rent, and that my dad's bank's documents will agree with that. He disagrees with paragraph 52 and say that yes. Oh yeah, so that's pretty much says that my mum was changing things all the time with no notice to my dad. Child support has confirmed that he's never threatened to take the children, and the only time the police were called was when Caroline was trying to stop the children coming with my dad on his arcade time, which was true, and I don't know why that happened. It's important to note that my mum still had the car through all of this until she rode off in July 2008, which my dad kept the comprehensive insurance.
Hello, Charles. Do you have version type 2?
Mum never agreed with credit any value in the car to outstanding child support. Yeah. He disagrees with my dad has never left the children unattended or unsupervised. The times my mum has removed the children from his house, either my partner, Kirsty, or my brother had been home with them, and she had bullied her way into the house and forced the children to leave. Yep, I remember that. My mum has continually undermined his relationship with the children by refusing the access, making false claims to the police. He has also receipts from most school and sporting clubs where he paid for expenses. That is true, and that was probably one of the reasons why I pretty much stopped going to the camps after the snow trip. But as soon as I found out that my dad was making the payments, I didn't want to put any more stress onto him or that kind of thing. After my stepmother was giving me grief about it, I only find out that when my siblings got into high school, they were going on trips to middle of Australia and stuff like that. Now granted, I was never going to go overseas anyway because I didn't want to go on planes as they were hurting my ears, but man, it would have been sick to go camping.
Fun fact, do you know what causes your ears, like, I take it you've heard when you're in a plane you either chew or you,
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
It's a pressure.
No, but do you know why doing that chewing thing allows the pressure?
Vaguely.
There are
It's
these
a
things
pressure
called...
difference.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, of course, but there are these things called the Eustachian tubes, right?
Isn't it the sinuses?
They
Interesting.
may well be part of the sinuses and they may well connect, but long story short, they are always closed except for when your jaw is in a certain position or when you put pressure onto them. Hence why that's when you fix it in the plane.
Okay, fair enough.
It is extremely painful if you have a pressure build-up and you have a strong cold, as I've experienced once, when you get the pressure caught in the sinuses and cannot relieve it.
Alright. That's good to know, Chris. My dad made a sensible burn on my mum in one paragraph, 36. He disagrees with paragraph 57 and said that according to my mum's previous statements, he did not earn enough to cover living expenses. However, he worked 80 hours a week, and as the witnesses can attest, he was always there for myself and my sister. While my mum may believe she was always there, vegetating in her room does not constitute caring for the children. During all this time, she would spend too much of it high and unable to function. That is true, and there's been too many times where I've seen my mum just vegetate on the couch in the living room. He disagrees with paragraph and say that this is totally incorrect as there was numerous occasions when the children were left in... I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming that it's something to have been left outside of care. Okay, so as stated earlier, my dad no longer lives in probably the Bomb Beach area that he's referring to. However, my mum is still not prepared to help me deal with the issue. Bullying. The schools we are proposing... yeah, bullying or something like that. Schools are proposing Waterville Primary School has a strong support network that is in place to assist with addressing bullying. The same network is closely linked to the local council departments to assist with all of my occupational therapy needs. That would be nice. He disagrees with paragraphs. A paragraph that says his previous hours were 12-hour shifts. But on a rotating week, so that the weekends he had the children, would be off work from the Thursday until the following Wednesday. So, like my dad used to work when he was working the machines. He would work Thursday to Wednesday, and then have Thursday and Wednesday off. Like run to Thursday, Wednesday, 12-hour shifts, and he'll probably be on overtime depending on how busy it is. But then he would have like a whole week off. His new position manager requires him to work 9.5 hours per evening, between 6 and 4, Monday to Friday. That's pretty same works out for him. He disagrees with my mother's accusations of being unfounded. An uncle is taking legal action against my mum. I shall dig up that report another time, as there's probably a few documents I have to go through. He disagrees that his marketing career ended in 1995, and it was my dad's decision to resign. Actually, the company accepted a 9-month termination, as they were waiting for him to stay and wanted time for my dad to rethink. So my dad could have had a long, prosperous career in marketing, but he wanted to be there for myself and my sister.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. He received no notification of my mum's relocation. There's another disagreement somewhere where he says that he's always been very supportive and heavily involved, where my mum would allow him, and accepting of my condition. Oh yeah, this is related to back when my mum said my dad stated that my Asperger's had been cured.
Lightning dog.
Accepted my condition and has never made a claim that he is cured, as this will be with him for his life, unfortunately. Part of the rationale behind our chosen new home is that it has a self-contained bungalow that would be ideal for me as I mature into adulthood and find my place in the world. That bungalow, the original plan was it was going to become a fully self-sustaining bungalow, and I'll move in by the time I was 14. But over the course of my duration there, we had a family friend who had stayed there, and he chain smoked in that room. And then my cousin lived there, and then from last I heard, it's now a workout area. Like granted, I had to go in there one time and fix a PC issue, and when he was done with a cigarette, he put it out. A minute later, he started lighting up a new cigarette.
It's smokers.
And the girlfriend he was living with, oh my gosh, she was just bad, even worse.
Oh my god, what is it? Russell?
Bomb Beach, my dad tends to be involved with children's development needs, including medical, have fallen deaf ears. He has attended a session with a proposed occupational therapist at the South Melbourne Community Health Centre. Oh yeah, that was something I was meant to have done. He arrived to the centre to be told the appointments for the afternoon, not the morning as my mum had indicated. He then asked to have a few minutes with the therapist to discuss my case, as he had work in the afternoon and couldn't be in attendance. Upon leaving the office, my mum was sitting in the foyer waiting for the appointment. Upon seeing my dad, she became aggravated and confronted the therapist as to why she was talking to my dad. My mum then proceeded to leave the office, refusing to go back because she didn't trust the therapist. Boy. That could have saved me so many. Alright, moving on. He disagrees and says that my mom currently will not communicate with my dad in any way relating to the children, other than to be abusive. My dad has been paying regular child support payments since 2008, as well as additional payments for outstanding money based on my mom's lies. The money is deducted directly from his pay, and he has proof of that. My dad has never requested that his time with their children to be reduced or changed. It's hard enough to get time with them, with me, and he disagrees with anyone say that he's quite happy with this order as he does not trust my mum. He has been in Australia for some 31 years, and his new Zealand passport has expired. Not to mention he has just purchased a home and has a financial stake in the country. Alright, so
Legal stuff.
there's a bunch of statements where he agrees to. Okay, so next part of this document says response to second affidavit by the respondent filled in the federal magistrate courts. Okay, so 52. He's unable to comment on paragraph 6 as he has no knowledge of the person, but would like the opportunity to meet as he may play a part in the children's lives. I know who he's referring to. My mother married a rich millionaire at one stage, only for that marriage to get not divorced, but renowned, or how it's called, over like a week or so. Yeah, no, thank you. And that guy ended up tracking down my dad, and they had a conversation.
Oh boy.
Yeah, like 2 exes meet each other. Surprised he didn't sue the living shit out of her. There's a part,
What he said was a hello king, how's it going king? Fuck women, yes fuck women.
as a part that my sister's dressed as a regular lack of communication with established friends. That is true. The copies of text confirmed that my mum was kept up to date with what was happening with her decision to return to the children's school on the Tuesday. While it was my brother's birthday on the Friday, he worked all weekend Monday. It was the first chance he had to celebrate. Oh, he disagreed. Alright, so yeah, I think my mum was trying to push the point that my dad doesn't communicate, but that's absolute bullshit. Okay, so there was a bit about myself, my sister, and my mum went to a studio play, and my dad and 2 stepbrothers went to the same play in a different section, and the brothers wanted to say hello after the play. They're the only tickets available at the time, and there was a confrontation somewhat afterwards. It's a bit about me being able to communicate my fears and concerns with my dad
Alyx, the
at
dog gone?
times.
What
That
happened?
is true.
New development? It went into a dead guy.
No.
He visited myself and
Yes.
sister on Wednesday.
Had
That's
to take both
fine.
of them. It was nuts, Russell.
It sounds nuts.
Oh, it was.
And my mum withheld phone conversations I was meant to have with my dad. That sounds about right. Alright, so then there's the concern section, which he outlined that he's concerned that my mum still used the devil's vegetable.
You know, it is called marijuana, right?
It's devil's lettuce, actually.
It is the devil's lettuce, not the devil's vegetable.
Thank you, Charles. And the children have informed my dad about constant frustrations and angry, particularly in relation to my dad's involvement in our lives. She seems to get angry at little issues, and at times to say to children she would send them to live with my dad. Oh yeah, no, that was a constant threat. It was actually something that we wanted, but the way she would say it makes it sound like it was horrible. My mum has made no effort to meet my dad's partner. The Palm Primary School indicates that Bomb Beach also that there was regular absentations from school, which is why I made such a strong effort to make it to like 90% of my classes throughout high school and uni, or late arrivals and early departures. My mum has been engaged twice in the past 2 years. What?
Damn, the hell?
Yeah, we are aware that my mum indicates a lack of ability to maintain long-term relationships. But wait, 2 marriage proposals in 2 years? Oh, jeez. Yeah, my mum has been engaged twice in the past 2 years. So that's not counting the 2 marriage proposals in early 2002. My mum has a lack of ability to contact with people in a positive way. We used to have communication books. They were one-sided, as my dad would write stuff in them, and she would not return them. My mum is a compulsive liar, that's true. We regularly used to ask Dad why my mum has to lie all the time. And I think the rest is just saying the relationship between myself, my sister, and my dad. Alright, and that was my dad's affidavit. Any questions?
Oh no. Don't stick your dick in crazy.
Yep.
I'm gonna go take a shit. And also, I'll probably be too long to come back, so. You what I said?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright. Catch you guys later.
Alright, see ya.
User disconnected from your channel.
My granddad's got like a 2-page one that pretty much says that he's in agreement with what my dad said. Actually no, there's some parts where he's absolutely based.
Not to be a worrier. Shouldn't Dad be back by now?
Well, let's think about it, Alyx. He's on foot, moving at 3 miles an hour. Plus, he's a fugitive. He's only got 1 leg. There's obstacles, no direct path. You know what?
Epic
I'm not gonna lie to
department,
you.
this
He
is
should be
Epic.
back by now.
Almost done, Chris.
Thank you.
So I should be.
Like we're doing the last, I guess, the last bit of the mission. I don't know.
So, I'd say we should be the ones worried about you.
Okay, me playing.
Virgin Toad.
Nice. Also, if I would do get into a relationship, I want one to be like my granddad and Nana's, has been together for like 60 years and hasn't hated each other yet.
Nah, relationships are great.
Yeah, it helps when your Nana has a allergic reaction to alcohol, and that my granddad, his parents were quite shitty, so he knows how to do better.
I want any relationship I have in the future to be like my relationship with anime. Myself putting a foot through my computer monitor.
Nice. Actually, I got a funny story. My great-grandpa, the way he sets aside a weekly amount that he gives to my great-grandmother, and it pretty much states what she need, he pretty much gives her what to spend on the house, the bills, the food, all that stuff, or he spends the rest on going to the bar or whatsoever. Over the course of 20 to 30 years, that amount has never changed.
It's a traditional Australian tradition to finish work at 5, have 1 hour before the bar was shut at 6, down as much alcohol as humanly possible in an hour, go home and smash your wife.
Yes,
and by smash, I don't mean have sex with, I mean beat.
yes, but in New Zealand also.
I'll be
In
back
New
quickly.
Zealand, though, you phone fuck the sheep when they get home too. Well, I know you've got part Maori in you. How much sheep have you got in you?
Well, 0 part Maori and 50% sheep.
Oh, so you're the inside
Let's see. My granddad tofu the statement made by my mum in her affidavit response dated 10th of March for an incident involving the suggestion that I be placed in care. That is totally untrue and never took place. Now, knowing my granddad, he is the most peaceful, caring person in this world. And I can feel the frustration he had in saying that about my mum. If you'd see suggestion that my dad moved back into the parents during the relationship, we'd like to go on record and say that him and his wife are both practicing Catholics and have long-standing members of the church in Wellington. That makes sense. We'd like to point out that him and my nana have 6 grandchildren, with whom they share a loving relationship with both myself and my sister. Now, I'm not saying anything, but I like to believe that I'm the favourite.
Nigga, no, I was my grandma's favourite.
I definitely know I'm my father's favourite on my mum's side. I'm the only one who would phone him and be willing to stay with him for like more than a week. Oh, okay, here we go. My pa likes to say that, this is what my pa is saying. I like to say that even though it's not a Christian thing to do, I must say that Caroline Aldrich is a compulsory and vindicative liar who will do or say anything to achieve her own interests. God damn, if I could feel any aggression from my granddad, it would be the document. This is the same granddad who forgave my uncle after he stole from my dad. But damn. Now if I'm correct, my brother had made one of these as well. Why the fuck is he as thick? Oh no, that's my stepmom.
You've almost got it.
I don't care about that. Alright, so... Yep. The others just affidavits of my mom and stepmom, but they ain't anything to worry about. Alright, that is today's reading of Why My Mother Is a What? I hope you enjoyed it. It was sure interesting to read through this again. Oh, here's one of my brother. Here we go. Come on. Kami's got some good stuff in here.
Junior, you done?
Now see, my dad has a strange way of disciplining us as children, as quoted from my older brother. We had a normal father and son relationship. Whenever my brother was in trouble, he would never discipline him in a harsh way. He would always just talk to me and explain what I had done wrong. In my brother's words. So he also said that his relationship with my mum was strained at the start and became worse when she became controlling
Oh,
over
wow,
my dad
check
and
it
my
out.
brother.
My gun just keeps getting better and better.
You know, Russ.
He also said that
don't think there's a
she
whole
would
lot of
smoke
glory
drugs
going
around
on.
us kids,
I'll tell you
but
what,
blow
let's
it
put
out
that
the
idea
window,
on hold
pretending
for
she
now. Chat
was
about
not
my
doing
gun.
anything,
You get
even
that.
though we could smell it. That is vivid proof I've seen. I think he thinks younger children do not realize as much of what she was doing as my brother did at the time. My mum was very lazy around the house and was doing nothing to help regarding organizing or care of the children. My dad would work night shift and then come home to organize the children. That's true. Yeah, also a bit about how my brother would care for me when my mum was my foot. My mum also hated that my father's relationship to the family being so good. And also how my mum caused issues with my brother's biological mother. Because she hated my brother being close to his biological mother, as she wanted to be that figure in my brother's life. Bitch. But fun fact, I think I'm closer to my brother's mother when it comes to my own mother. Whenever my brother did something wrong, my mum would try to blow up the incident as something major and tell on him to my dad. That is such a tough thing to do. As my brother got older, my brother got closer with my dad. My mum hated that, and my mum forced him to move away because there was a big fight and my brother defended my dad. This was not signed, this affidavit. Alright, yep.
This guy's not wearing a shirt.
I'm not prepared to go for my mother's or stepmother's, because I know that there's going to be some choice words between those two.
Danielle? Charles?
Oh, back, I'm gonna go, Isnak.
You know what you know what Mad Magazine fold-ins are, right?
Yeah. I surprisingly do.
I'm gonna send you one.
I haven't seen them in ages. I'm just in VR at the moment, so I'll have a look once I'm out. Oh, that was you. Okay. Loading.
I chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door now?
User joined your channel.
What? Dylan? Anybody?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
TeamSpeak user.
I don't know who that is.
Jenya,
Okay.
Oh, hey, Ari.
Yeah, I'll be passing in a second. I'm just finishing my lunch.
What?
Your lunch?
I'll head out in a second, Dylan.
Oh, okay.
It'll take
Lunch
me
and
about
then-
half an hour to go there.
Just be on your phone, just yell when you're like in the park.
Yeah, I'll hop on TeamSpeak. Anyway, when I get out the door, so I'll be back on here in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I just need to load the shotgun.
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh, hello. You follow? Thank you for the follow. Into the stream.
so I was listening to mid 2000s pop rock.
It's alright, I just got a follower on Twitch.
Extremely bass, Chris.
What song were you listening to?
I write sins, not tragedies. Charles, what are you on Twitch?
Arctic Viper, but with a 3 instead of an E. You can find it on my Discord.
Found it.
Cool. Man, this game is really good.
Charles, heroin is bad.
Oh. I see. Put down.
User joined your channel.
Hello. Amazing.
Phenomenal.
So Charles, what's life like Chinese?
My heart.
What Chinese people do?
Guess so. I don't know. Maybe you should ask my Australian passport.
That's fake.
Fake. I'll call it Charles.
3 minutes left.
What kind of walk you up for tonight, Dylan?
What, sorry?
Kind of walk you up for tonight?
What? Oh, I don't know. Murder?
Said what kind of walk, but now that you mention it, you reckon in one night we could walk at me and murder Charles?
I don't know. Walk as far as you can, I guess.
Yeah, you're gonna walk.
He would walk 500 miles and he would walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
Get that Chinese coochie.
Chinese coochie. Alright.
So how does the, now that you spent some time with it, how is that new Half-Life game? Does it live up to par?
I mean, I wasn't a hardcore Half-Life fan before.
Are you considering, wait, did you play 1 and 2?
I played 1.
You ever played Half-Life 2?
I was halfway through it and then I just got bored.
Yeah, it is a bit of a, it's not an empty game, but it's certain. Well, yeah, I mean, one's, I don't know, something about science experiments gone wrong is a lot more interesting than vague, nondescript Eastern European hellhole. Well, that's so funny. Every takeaway shop's got an army of Uber and Deliveroo drivers just out the front, ready to go.
Where else got this in their YouTube recommend? I don't know how. This is weird. So, for one of World War II, some Jap dude reacting. I think I know the video, but like, I'm curious. He gets up. I think does he like, get up to the Chinese part? And he's like, "Oh, no time to turn off the video."
That's a fake. That's fake. That's not true.
Oh, that's not fake numbers. Too big.
Speaking of which, my uncle just sent me a joke. Right? It's about a minute long. Bit of a long-winded one. So, there's a gypsy, right? And he's traveling all across England, you know, as they do, just traveling. And he comes up farm one day, Wales, and he goes, look, have you got any work? I'm happy to sleep in your barn, just let me stay the night. And the farmer, he goes, no, we're good Christians here. You come in, we'll give you a room, you know, we believe in hospitality, so on and so forth. So they bring the gypsy in. And the gypsy's like, all right, well, there must be some work I can do. And he's like, no, you don't need to do any work. You know, we'll look after you because we're Christians. And then the gypsy goes, all right, well, I'm a gypsy, so I can speak to animals. So at least let me speak to your animals. And they're like, what? I don't think that'll be necessary. He's like, no, I need to speak to your animals. I want to speak to your animals. And they go, all right, fine, you can speak to your damn animals. All right. And so he goes out, speaks to the animals, the farmer comes out, it's like, so what do they say? There's, well, the horses, they said that the stirrups are too tight. They said that you changed them a couple of days ago, and they don't like it. He's like, whoa, I did do that a couple of days ago. All right. And he says, so the cows are talking to me, and they said that you've changed the milking system, it's milking them too hard, they don't like it. And he's like, oh, well, I did do that a couple of days ago. Wow. And he goes, and so the sheep are talking to me, and the guys are, no, they lied, they didn't say anything. It would be funnier if we were on like a 1970s talk show.
Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't got that aesthetic.
You know what you have the aesthetic of? You know that guy that only goes, boy, kids today, no respect.
Rodney Dangerfield?
Yeah, that's you.
That's a compliment. I love it. Oh, I tell you, oh.
Alyx, it's your lucky day.
Yeah, whoa!
How are you sure?
Not the case. The Never leave them in the case.
Please.
No, what?
I just need to edit your genetic
Not me. I'm
code.
just pissed off. Right, not
I
me.
love that.
That's
Just
okay,
off.
there'll be a next time.
Bro, holy shit.
Oh, this guy's
This-
ridiculous.
Interesting times here, isn't it? Fucking security guards in a line up in front of Coles. People being let in and out like, by like a bouncer as if it's like a fucking nightclub.
I legitimately do like how people go, taste of authoritarianism. This is what we libertarians warned you about. And you didn't listen. We're gonna keep this. They ain't gonna get rid of it.
Well, like I was saying, Dom, like, I'm really interested to see if, like, this sort of wraps up in relatively short order. And the United States does
That's
absolutely
the
nothing
tyranny
about
we have to live under. While we've
And,
been
like, just
forced in
like-
our homes, the police usher us in. Poker face played by Katy Perry. It's really a horror.
torture. No, but wouldn't it be funny, Dylan, if this wraps up and then, like, well, yeah, the United States had a high level of infections and a slightly higher death toll, pretty small compared to their population, and yet they instituted, like, no, like, really draconian shit. How are we gonna look?
Well, to be fair, death rate is literally like not going up.
Minuscule. Yeah.
Still like 30, I think.
That's because, like, the absolute state of United States healthcare, but, like, you know, that means more poor people die. That's what they want. Poker face.
You got to be a faggot.
I feel like there's so many, like, isn't there like a shit ton of parody songs of Poker Face on YouTube and shit? Yep. Well, everybody was getting on it. Shane Dawson, Smosh, fucking Ray Williams, Johnson. All the big
Like,
names.
or like the couple of YouTube channels that just dedicated themselves to really shit parodies.
Oof. Yeah. You
Well,
know,
that's
we've got to have like a, you know what's a perfect idea for a YouTube channel? Like a where are they now sort of thing.
That's like a ton of new channels. Yeah. It's for
I
people
don't
like
know.
K to fucking pretend post though.
Yes. You know, that's what Watch Motor's for.
That's right.
Kate and Dan.
Yeah, fucking K, yeah, K-Ben's literally like doing like the Zoomer equivalent of Stalin Valor now.
Yeah. Oh, I remember King Gotham. Yeah, alright, man. I'm just walking down Main Street now, Don.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna walk through the. I have to get past the ghetto part of Beacon's Cove, and then get into the rich part of Beacon's Cove, and then back into the other ghetto part of Beacon's Cove where you live.
What if Bacon's Cove is just one big ghetto?
Okay, so we're gonna plan the suburb. We're gonna have these extremely expensive houses that only extremely high class people can afford, and right across the road, let's just put some tenements.
Yeah,
Some poor people in there.
It's kind of the Australian model though after the 90s.
It gives us a rich middle class.
We really don't want those British council estate flats.
Ah, what a paradise that would be though. Just imagine, Dylan, if in like there was just several suburbs in like the
They
northeastern of
did
Melbourne.
that in Sydney, and it's, well, ask Charles.
Oh, Sydney.
Is it
Isn't
true,
it
Charles,
so-
that there's entire suburbs just full of British-style housing tenements?
Yeah.
You know, like Park Towers. There's Park Towers in South Melbourne.
Yeah, there's. They're.
It's called the
they're
Western
pretty much
Suburbs.
like- But yeah,
Okay.
they're pretty much.
If you could get your own apartment, Dylan, for free in one of those tenements, would you?
No.
Fully functioning.
No, I wouldn't. Because it's the
I'd be paying
the
like
Going out-
social degradation of society that suffers with it. That
Being a
no
totally
amount of
blacked out
money-
heroin user in the hallway outside.
Yeah.
But he's like got like a really posh accent. How's it going, Venom?
Oh, I got a bit of a bit bob of heroin, mate. Got a little bit for me?
No, mate, no. That's
Nah,
right.
mate. Nah, mate. You're a human being, mate. You can't, mate.
Human being. Jenny, have you completed the tutorial?
Yes.
For what?
Virgin Earth. Alright, I'll probably not pick my level 10 character.
So Dylan, as I come up to your place, you're going to invite me in, offer a cup of tea before we head off, yeah?
No, fucking stay away from me.
Finally I'm going to witness the glorious inside of your house for the first time in our 12-year relationship.
We'll probably just push you.
What's happening with social distancing, area?
Well, me and Dylan will keep our 1.2 meters apart. Oh, 1.2.
Let me have a look at this. Lethal to 1.25 miles. Yeah, you keep that distance from my house.
And my gas is that leak.
What'd you say?
My fire's that leak.
No, that's in fucking,
How do I join in?
223.
Hey, I'm back.
Who said how do I join in?
Me.
3 shots left.
Okay.
Is
What are you
everyone
doing?
playing the game?
Yes. So,
I'm happy to join in.
Will, to explain, pick a level 1 character.
I'm playing as Alyx character.
No, for real.
Is this you, the Crusader?
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm playing as, the Crusader's the first one, isn't it?
It's a mercenary, yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll also go as the Inquisitor.
I feel like now would be a good time, with the city being so underpopulated, you could probably get away with installing some sort of phosgene device for when like this is all over to detonate.
I was talking with a rebel about how easy it would be to crack a safe at this point in time, but anyway, Junior?
Yeah.
This is my usual main.
I've seen how to crack it.
Mhm.
In the movies, you just
Yeah, I see.
use a listening device.
And this is another really fun class that I like to play.
Hold on. The dwarf.
Yeah.
Diggy, diggy, oh, diggy, diggy. Well, you have to also understand each class has, each rank has, each character has,
Junior?
Yeah.
Ignore everything Dylan said. Watch this.
Dylan, I like how the caution tape around the
I
playground near
am
your
a
house.
dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole.
how close are you now? Sorry.
Still a little while out, but like I'm walking past this playground that clearly had all the caution tape written
Wait,
out.
are you the one next to
Yeah. Yeah, like all the caution tape's been halfway down.
Are you gonna go through where the old folks are?
Yeah, now that you
I'll
mention
meet
it.
you halfway.
Do you want to meet me on that corner of the old folks home?
I'll see you. There'll be no one in the park. Just walk through that
No.
park.
Yeah, alright, I'll walk through that part. Okay. Alright.
You'll see the guy yelling.
In front of extremely rich houses. Beacons Cove is a suburb Junior visualizes himself in his dreams.
No.
I'm
He doesn't-
gonna fill up my water bowl and get a snack. I'll be back. Alright, so I'll play as the Witch Hunter. It is time to hate elves.
Time to hate blacks.
Around elves, wash yourself.
Blacks. Relax.
So, Junior, you're gonna pick that class or you're gonna pick the elf?
I've played one as the elf. I don't know. Is there? I'll try this one.
No, we're not. There are 5 classes, alright? There is a human, a dwarf, an elf, a zealot, and a pyro.
So what are we waiting for?
User
Well-
disconnected from your channel.
Amazing as well.
Easy. Right. I'm gonna pick one of the easy levels. think he's getting the fucking teleporter.
Those combine shield
Where's
doors
Leo?
are effectively flexible.
Where's the room here?
Not a clue. Test the special out, Junior.
What does it do?
You rush forward. Come with me. Why the fuck can't we get outside? Did you finish the prologue mission?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Where you escape from like the...
The mine, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, where the fuck are you?
Oh yeah, he said he was getting some water.
God fuck yeah.
Water.
What he does. Maybe I should get some water.
Oh yeah, Junior, do you know the basic mechanics of how combat works?
Yeah, of course.
Alright, go ahead, tell me.
Click if I kick back, Chris.
Say again?
Melee, block with your right, push with your right, heavy attack if you hold down left.
Pretty much. Do you also know how stamina works?
Not really. Wait, hold on, before we continue, what's a character I should choose?
Say again?
What character should I choose?
Okay, the dwarf is a lot more survivable. He's a melee-focused character. The witch hunter captain is a more hybrid melee and guns. Jack of both trades, not really a master. He does get better classes later with more HP, but he's a pretty good right out the bat. The elf is heavily range-focused. The pyro is also range-focused. In my opinion, the dwarf is very fun. So is the... I can't speak to the others. I really enjoyed the dwarf, though. That said, though, you literally can't pick a fucking wrong class at this stage in the game.
What's the ability for the dwarf?
Alright, you get 3 subclasses later, right, Junior?
Yeah.
But the first subclass, you throw a smoke grenade on the ground, which makes you invisible to enemies. It also increases while you're standing in that smoke grenade, you're invisible to enemies, and you crit on each hit, or it increases your chance to crit. I don't remember. And also, I think it knocks down enemies already. So it's a good get out of jail free card. But don't use it just, oh yeah, I took some damage, I'm going to use it. Use it for when you're in a bad situation, or you have to deal with like a boss enemy, because it's pretty good there. The next class you get is okay. Jenny, let me go fucking look at the hero selection and see this guy's stats. Holy fuck! So the second class of the dwarf has a passive ability, completely absorbs 1 hit every 20 seconds. Junior? So basically, the first hit in every combat you don't take. Then your skill is impenetrable. You taunt all nearby man-sized enemies, which basically draws their attention to you, and it increases your defense by 30%, and you can block any attack for the next 10 seconds. Also, as a general perk, just a flat thing throughout the game, you'll take 30% less damage. You have 1 extra stamina shield, and you recover from stun 50% faster. basically you're a tank.
How long does it take to get fucking water?
Hey?
Can Will join us like halfway through?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, let's kick
Instead of
him.
building from server. Oh fuck. I clicked the wrong button. Hang on, I have to go plug my keyboard into the vote kick in.
Anytime now.
Sorry, can you do it again? I had to plug my keyboard in to do it.
Start.
Sorry about that,
Start.
yes, you should pick the top left mission, recruit difficulty. Veteran if you can get it, but recruit's probably for the best.
What do you mean by top left mission?
Right, so you'll go into it, and you'll see mission, helm guard, and then you click the righteous stand.
No, I don't see a mission.
Alright, done. Get in the teleporter.
Recruiter?
Yeah, we're in recruit. You need to be a higher power level to play higher difficulty. Now, when you're blocking or you're shoving with block, you have a thing called stamina. It's represented by shield. Certain enemies will take more stamina to block, and shoving costs a certain amount of stamina, depends on the class and other things like that. In short, when it runs out, you can't guard anymore. Lol, we're literally just fucking died.
I sucked in. How long does it take to get water work mode?
Oh no, it's one from my house, man.
I'm gonna get a 9 by the way.
That's fine, give you some experience with the game. Now, it's like Left 4 Dead in that the best way to play this game is to stick with your teammates.
Who else we playing against like?
Yep. Oh yeah, well, enemies you take increased damage.
Oh, okay. How about tag?
One left.
Chris, how about tag?
T.
Two?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And then we hold, I think. No, never mind. Yeah, that's a horde.
Oh, this might be fun.
There are also special enemies in this game.
Ah, rats.
I'm out.
Do you know that you're secondary? You're the sidearm?
Yeah.
Did that dog come back again, Alyx?
Yeah, when it was kind of rough.
You're all right though, right?
Yeah, Russ. I'm good.
Well, we've got to get you out of here and up to the roof.
Graydon's
working
playing
on
Rocket
it.
League.
Nice.
3 shells left. Out of shells.
Actually, I need to find... How did I completely miss that ammo crate? Oh, that's not an ammo crate.
That's how you missed it.
Do we need to follow a storyline?
Not on this. Long story short, you get an introductory. We're here to fucking infiltrate
Brad's trying to take
something.
over the world.
Yeah, we don't really worry too much about the lore in this. Long story short, we're basically just fighting through the level.
What's the name difference between... Why is 40k? Why is it called Warhammer 40k?
Because it's big.
40k is set
40K
40,000 years in the future.
40k is set 40,000 years in the future.
Bomb.
That's annoying.
Doors open.
Alright.
Get on.
Hey, Jenny, turn around. Look at some of these rooms.
Bro.
Last cell.
Oh, what?
Hook rat.
What is that?
It's something that incapacitate you.
Oh, like the smoker.
Kinda, yeah. Stop. Did you grab the Ravage Dart, Junior?
Yeah. Let's go upstairs.
Yep.
Behind you.
Oh, joke's on you, right? I was behind you.
We're gonna have a horde.
Health potion. And speed.
If you see a KKK looking
Alright.
nigger, is
Here it
he'll
is.
in-cap you
Now
if
just cut
you're
those cables and off we go.
Well,
nice. Pop healing. Help me, help me, help me, help me, help me.
This isn't going to be as easy as it from the ground.
Pop healing, movement. Pushing strength.
Yeah, everyone go for a potion.
Yep.
you can check in the top left.
Right.
Guys, it's the Gamergate army. To the cannon.
I don't see any way to disconnect the cables in here.
Who's CPC SOE2?
Just be random.
Jenny, do you want to do the honors?
Help me, help me, help me, help me, help me.
Banner.
Yep.
Thank you.
Jenny, you want to do the honors?
Rubbish out over here.
2A. Tag it next time.
Alright.
What's tagging?
Press T, it tags an outline single
Can't
blue.
figure out how to disconnect this
In the
cable.
case of Wolf class, enemies in tag take 20% extra damage.
Ah, got it.
Thank you. Also, gas red is the name for area.
True.
Great. Now go inside and deactivate the power.
Some mids down here, Chris. Where I am.
Yeah, you heal. You just use them, didn't you? We're all pretty good for HP.
No, but there's some more here.
Yeah, but we're all pretty.
Oh. Thank you.
Yeah, we're all pretty good for HP. It's recruit. And we're all pretty experienced at the game. Except you, obviously. It's to be fun. It's literally like level 1 or something. Right. Yeah. I got Grim.
Nice.
What's Grim?
You get more XP, but it decreases your max health for the rest of the level.
Good grief, it's a Vortigaunt.
Did you like that drop shot with his shot in?
Didn't see it.
We have been trapped.
Here they
in the
come.
dark.
You're free now. It's okay.
I'll bomb him.
Your friend sent me.
The Alyx lands.
There isn't any friendly fire on this difficulty, but be aware it can be quite brutal on
What are you doing to
higher
you here?
difficulties.
What they do to us all. Succumb by
drain from us the power they use to protect their weapon. There. We are ripped from ourselves.
We have to stop them from killing your friends.
The Vortigaunt will extract ourselves and exact our own
Rando.
vengeance. You must go to the weapon.
Grabbing time.
I can't get into the vault if the substations are still online.
Do not worry, Alyx fans. They will not be.
What did you give me?
We will
I can give anything.
allow it.
What does purple potion do?
And another
Oh,
one
darn.
here.
Does what do? Purple potion increases, decreases the recharge of your special.
Our paths diverge.
Chaos Warrior.
But remember, there is no distance between us. We are coterminous.
Thanks. Good luck.
We're putting a lot of trust in that Vortigaunt to shut down all the substations.
I
What's a
trust him.
tome do?
Yeah.
Get him off me. A tome doesn't do anything, except give you XP at the end of the level.
We'll be standing there with
You
no
can't,
bolt
it
to
takes
break
up your
it,
healing slot
surrounded
though.
by combine.
Russ, trusting him is our only plan here. He'll do this.
Another
We
wave.
can do this.
Yes, you're right. He'll be fine. We're all going to be fine.
Oh yeah, by the way, Junior, items are a lot more common in Recruit than they are in other things. So things like bombs and the other stuff you hang on to for bigger enemies.
Yeah, I would expect that.
Yeah, rep the bell.
Yeah, of course. As if it isn't instead of fucking black storm. Junior, this is the very end of the level once we survive this.
Cool.
Where's the ammo depot, Wolf?
The what?
Ammo dump.
No idea.
So because Warhammer 40k is 40,000 years in the future, does it still have the same, like, original races and stuff?
No. There are no orcs with a K. There are no Eldar. There are no fucking, the fuck are they called? There are no Skaven in 40k. What are some of the big things? There's no Tyranids in this. There's a lot of things that are in common. So the forces of chaos, most of the chaos gods are the same. The only difference is I don't think Slaanesh exists in this. I think it's replaced with the Great Horn, the Rat. Of course, Nurgle is still a thing.
Well,
What do you think of roasted rat?
it'd be good for dinner.
What do you think, Russ? Guess we better cooperate.
Yeah, sounds like smooth business.
We had a good run.
Cooperate.
On what they
I'm coming.
Out of ammo. I need you to take that warp fire thrower down.
Why is my health white?
That's temporary health.
So what do I do once it runs out?
It's like pills in Left 4 Dead. When your health runs out, you go down to 5, and then basically anything will one-shot you. Plague Monk.
You need a healing? No.
No. We're out of healing items.
We should be almost done.
Oh boy.
Rattling gunner. Stand. We just entered the level.
Alright, let's run.
Yeah.
I'll go
Small
last.
brain using the stairs, big brain.
Flip them.
May or may not realize this, but you level up quite easily in the start of this game.
Yeah, we're level 4. I think I liked the elf more.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I played the elf quite a bit in the game between myself, Chris, Dylan, and Ellie.
Yeah, I keep yelling at Will because he keeps using up all his ammo. I mean, granted, in the difficulties we were playing, ammo was always abundant, but ammo isn't always abundant in the veteran Halo.
Yeah, but I still made use of it.
No, I understand. There's nothing wrong with using it as long as you have some.
Yeah. Jen, you'll find that if you stick to a Wayfarer, you get like 100% bonus to arrows. So when it says 50 ammo capacity, you get 100 ammo capacity for like the more rapid fire crowd control bows. I am gonna try, goddamn, the randoms playing as a fire lady. I wanna try that out.
The what?
I wanna try out the fire lady, but randoms playing as that.
No, fair enough.
Keep the random or kick him?
I don't care really. Next one, nigga. I'm ready up. When you're ready up. Thank you.
I'll play as a fire person as soon as that guy leaves, I guess. Or with a bow kick.
Not too fast. I chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door now. Virginia, this is me at an American school.
Fair enough. It's not just you, but there's many others.
Last one.
Well, I know where all the tomes and grimoires are on this level, so do you want to grab one of the tomes?
Yeah, right.
It's pretty early in the level. Are you what are you playing, Junior?
The elf.
Ah, okay, yeah. That makes more sense for me and, well, to get the tomes and shit. Right. I've got sword and board now. Wielding it. Niggas.
Yes.
Hurry up. I'm not trying to be rude. I mean, like, the teammates getting way the far ahead of us. Who's in the, there you go. Yeah, look, comes there.
Alright.
Noble.
That doesn't have to be, what did you say?
Noble.
Com channel's gone crazy.
Just remember to carry the tone so at whole level, Daniel.
Yeah.
Do you want to carry instead?
Sure, next time we'll pick up the med pack. There's
Now that's
3.
the spirit.
Ammo crate back here, by the way.
Bro.
He overheated himself.
Overheated badly.
Yeah. If you when you're playing the Pyro Mage, if you use all your mana up, you die.
Well.
Behind. Alright, they're done. This is the Texas State Book Depository. Junior?
Yes.
I got a thing for you to pick up the medical supplies and drop the tome.
Okay.
Can you?
Yeah, I dropped it.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Alright.
There we go. Ravaged up.
Oh, I see.
Jen, is this you with Ari?
Yes.
Fire lamps up, fire lamps up. Careful.
3. What is this?
It will pick you up if you get caught in it. There's an enemy that you have to kill in order to stop it, and so it's dead.
Something's gone wrong.
Dead. I hear a choky boy. whole bunch of them down.
Hold on, no, I'm just gonna refill my ammo.
But you don't run that far back, because if you get picked up by a special, there's no way.
Russ, are they saying my name?
What's this top right kill feed?
Top right kill feed?
Yeah.
It just indicates who's killed specials. It's not. It's useful to know when an enemy is dead. I mean, who really cares who actually gets the kill? But it is useful. Healing.
I completely missed the ammunition stash.
More.
Oh,
Alright, well, you wanna hold? Yeah, they're gonna come here.
Oh, I lost you.
I'm getting hooked, I'm getting hooked, I'm getting hooked. Man's overheated himself.
One left.
Ah, poking them is a lot better than swiping at them.
Is that a common thing
What is?
to overheat?
It's pretty. It's a mechanic, so it's easy enough to do. You just have to watch it. It's like not running out of ammunition or mana or something like that. It's effectively your mana, but instead of it being a thing that you run out of, it's a thing that you can use. It's just that if you use it too much, you die. It doesn't. You can drain enough HP, but if you fill it outright, you just explode. Alright, gamers. Well, I'm going to show you where the next green wire is if you don't know.
Alyx? Alyx, you still there?
What was that?
Push, pretty much. Pretty much anyone in the space near me just gets pushed away. Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
User entered your channel.
I'm back. It wasn't. Well, do you know this, Grim? I hope you gamers don't like having HP.
I'm fine
No.
without HP.
What are the things in the bottom left mean?
What do you mean?
Like there's a triangle and like a Celtic wave thing?
More.
Do you mean the
Jeez.
three triangle?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't recall. Can you go back down and press the rune? I will tell you what the rune says. It is the circle rune that isn't the circle rune on the left.
Say again, sorry?
Click the left rune.
Yep.
Middle rune.
Middle.
Doors open.
Sweet.
Walk right.
Oh.
I'm stuck. Hold on.
Oh, mind you. Oh, never mind.
Brought Pete Rando's health.
Oh, that's not.
Where'd you find Emma?
Enemy, no, big boss, help me. Thank you.
No worries.
Get away. Oh.
Last one.
Help. Gibbering.
Jabbering.
Where'd you find Emma?
Anna? Oh, over here.
Inside. Cool.
Yeah, I think there's a tome nearby. I got Will, I need you something.
What?
Tom.
Oh. I'm gonna need to get some healing. Oh, okay, it's fine. Allow me to approach from this holy tome. All women are thoughts unless proven otherwise. That's it. Jenny, bear off using your ult when you're close to the enemy.
Say again?
The ult that Jenny uses is good close to the enemy. Oh, in groups, big groups.
Yeah, the reason I like the elf.
I found some healing items.
The reason I like the elf more than the dwarf is just
I
that.
can't easily hear you, or just.
Yeah, I personally played the elf as well.
Oh, do you remember that giant folk? What did you say, Junior?
I like the elf more because it's faster and has a better, for me, a personally better ult.
Yeah, you can get quite a few kills with that ult. I usually use at close range or on boss enemies.
We'll come get medical supplies.
Yes, please. Oh, thank you.
Right, next Grim is going to come up soon. I'll just listen to what I'm going to say when we.
Oh, thank God.
Likewise. Oh, this is great. Honestly, I'd pecked your
just took down a substation.
Good. Because when they move this thing, that weapon's gone. We need to get it tonight.
We will.
Some
You
ravaged
still got
dart.
that data pod, right?
I do.
So again?
This thing's biocode.
I marked some ravaged dart. Like where we came
Oh
from.
shit.
Yep, it's right over there.
Okay,
Red
great.
dots.
Go up the ladder and then
Sure.
first build,
Go
first
ahead.
room to your
I'll be fine,
front.
Dad. I promise.
What about the ladder?
Keep that promise. I'll get to work
Oh,
on
I
the
see.
data
Thank you.
pod.
What was he after? I ravaged dart.
Yeah.
You tag it?
Yep. Tag it.
You tagged it, but Will didn't,
Oh,
right?
Kenya tagged it. And then
I did.
tagged it.
You tagged it, okay, thanks. Look, well, we literally had a warp fire thrower come right around the corner as you ran away. Alright, hold this room. I'm holding this room. Alright, never mind. If you want to jump down, you can jump down. But we're literally in the fucking horde. No, okay. Alright, have fun, retards. Tell me if you can find a key on the ground. We need it. We need it in this room.
Okay.